Poetry Project by Tyler Fleming. Sonnet 18 by William Shakespeare. The theme of the sonnet is love. Its connection to the historical time period is that it shows how people showed their love, and poetry was a big thing back then. And it also was used in the play Romeo and Juliet. It relates to love stories nowadays and about how people show their loves to others. Poetry elements. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day as a metaphor? Because it's comparing someone to a summer's day. It's a Shakespearean sonnet. It uses imagery to help the reader see what he meant and gives a picture. Its rhyme scheme is ABAB, and its tone is kind of like a soft and something like a caring tone. Sonnet 29 by William Shakespeare. The tone of this is depressing. The theme is wealth, and it relates back then with like being a king being compared to a beggar. Like a beggar wants to have power, and nowadays it would be like a poor man wishing he was rich. Poetry elements. Its rhyme scheme is ABAB, and it's a Shakespearean sonnet. Sonnet 30 by Edmund Spenser. It would show how someone of a different class would want someone in a different class but couldn't be with them. Like if someone was in a higher class, like they're a wealthy class, and you're in a poor class, that shown love. And nowadays it would be like a nerd liking a cheerleader. And the theme of this poem is love. Poetry elements. My love is like to ice and I to fire. It's a simile. He's comparing how his love is cold. How come? How come? How comes it's then that this her cold so great? It's not dissolved through my so hot desire, but harder grows the more I her entreat. It's a paradox saying because ice is supposed to melt around hot stuff, and hers is growing instead of melting. But that I burn much more is boiling sweat, and feel my flames argument manifold. It's a hyperbole of how he's in love with a total stranger and it's growing.